Joe Cribbs and James Brooks, of course, were in that same Auburn backfield, and they were tremendous. And you can see what Joe did during his time at Buffalo, and he can do a lot of things for you.
We can expect to see Joe Cribbs come out of the backfield, catching passes downfield, not so much of the wide flares, because he does run excellent patterns. They like to get him one-on-one with one of the older linebackers.
They've got 3 wide people now with Ron Frederick coming on to join Smith and Jones. And on 3rd down and about 6, Stout's pass is in the air and bounces off the numbers of Joe Cribbs. Joe had turned back, and Cliff Stout drilled him hard right on the numbers, and he didn't come away with it.
Well, he was just reading the progression that the defense was giving him. Had he looked downfield, had he had time, he would have seen that Jim Smith was wide open. What they try and do here is get their people open underneath. This is Cliff Stout's first read. He's open, get him the ball. Right there, Joe Cribbs just can't hold on to it.
He was looking to run before he got the ball. That's simple. It is Skip Johnson in to punt for Birmingham. He's out of Auburn. Averaged 41.4 a year ago. Mike Williams is the beat man for New Jersey. With a wind at his back, doesn't get all of it, takes a New Jersey bounce and kicks out of bounds just across midfield at the Generals' 48. A 37-yard punt. And so the New Jersey Generals will get their second offensive possession. A very good field position at their own 48, no score.
Any real estate company can sell you a house and say that the wiring's in perfect condition and say the plumbing won't leak and the central heating and cooling systems ought to last. One real estate company offers the buyer protection plan that helps protect you from costly repairs. ERA. There is a difference in real estate companies. ERA Real Estate, a part of the Commercial Credit Financial Network.
Off-road racing. To be a winner, you've got to go beyond just plain tough. And year after year, Walker Evans and Dodge Ram 150, Rod Hall and Dodge Power Ram 150 are consistent winners. Over the past 6 years, in over 65 major sanctioned off-road events, Ram Tough Dodge trucks have beaten the best the world could send against them. That record says it all.
Dodge trucks are Ram Tough. The highly acclaimed Devil's Bag and the Flamingo Stakes live, plus Crested Daredevils and the Hawaiian Masters Surfing Classic on ABC's Wide World of Sports, Saturday.
The Generals in their huddle, ready to go to work. The numbers on Brian Sipes' career at Cleveland came out of San Diego State before going to the Browns. And when he made the move from the Browns to the Generals, an awful lot of talk during last season about a sore shoulder, arm being worn out. And I think it is fair to say he is not a deep passer. There are a lot of people who can throw the ball farther than he can. But it was his wisdom that New Jersey wanted as much as anything. Walker is the I-back with Carthen in front of him. And Walker with a football runs through one tackler, crosses the midfield stripe, gets 4 yards on the carry before Jimmy Walker, a 3-year veteran out of Arkansas, brings him down. A year ago, Birmingham controlled the football. What was this one at 43.5 minutes?
43.5 minutes, and they just possessed the football, ran it up and down the field, kept it away from their offense. It only allowed Herschel Walker to carry the ball 11 times for 28 yards. Both teams being possession offenses.
Herschel has picked up 21 yards on 3 carries. It's 2nd down and 6. Walker running to the right, looking for some daylight, and he runs out of real estate. And he loses about a yard. The Birmingham defensive people, particularly Herb Spencer, outside linebacker from Newberry, and Fred Bohannon make the play.
What they're going to attempt to do, they know that New Jersey wants to run to the outside. They want to penetrate, defeat the line, string it out. You see the line there, no place to run upfield. They cut it off, then the pursuit comes in from behind. They've got a small group of defensive linebackers, but they've got excellent speed.
Walker is out now, and Clarence Harmon comes in to replace him in the backfield. They split the backs on 3rd down and 6. It reads pass all the way. Sam Bowers, the tight end, was a big target in the last half of the season. Birmingham may have jumped. Sipes' pass goes down the middle. Bowers makes the catch. 1st down, New Jersey. 24-yard line of Birmingham. Let's see about the penalty. It looked like encroachment by Dallas Hickman, defensive end.
Well, again, when Brian Sipes was at Cleveland, he always liked to throw the ball to his big tight end, Ozzie Newsome. Now he has Sam Bowers, who just gets past Fred Bohannon, Good concentration juggling the ball there. Just a simple little move coming to the inside. Sam Bowers took the job away from Victor Hicks after Victor Hicks was injured last year outright at training camp. We'll take another look from the end zone. Brian Sipe is a very smart quarterback. All he has to do is just look downfield, read the defense. That time, he didn't even have to read because Sam Bowers was right in front of his face with no red jerseys around.
Dave Evans, cornerback, number 26, off the field, shaken up on the play. It is first down, New Jersey. Ball just inside the Birmingham 25. And it goes to Carthen. And Maurice Carthen reaches the 20. Carthen is a big back, 6'1", 230, out of Arkansas State. He was green as grass when he showed up last year in the backfield for New Jersey, but has had an outstanding training session after having a very solid second half of the season.
Well, like many of the young ball players that came into the USFL in 1983, and the teams, they improved. They got better as they realized they'd be there for the entire year.
Second down, call it 6. Mix up in the backfield. Ball finally given to Carthen. Broken play. Big hole right side, and he runs it down to about the 12.
The intent of the Birmingham defense is to penetrate and cut off running lanes. If you do that, then you leave yourself susceptible to trap plays, to delays. Right here, even with the mix-up, the delay helped that blocking. People penetrated, came upfield, opened up the hole. Carthen was able to get the ball, find a hole, get downfield to pick up yards for a first down.
Fred Bohannon, who has been all over the field, strong safety for Birmingham in the early going.
22 seconds.
You're getting the read on the clock now from Bill Parkinson, the referee, because the stadium clocks are not working. And Bohannon, shaken up, they're attending to him right now, giving Brian Sipe time to come to the sidelines and talk with Walt Michaels and the coaching staff. They're working on the left leg, it appears, of Bohannon. And if they lose him this early in the ball game, it's going to be a big, big hole to fill.
Especially with only 6 defensive backs, and they're trying to play a defense utilizing 5 at all times. The loss of Fred Bohannon, who has the strength to cover Sam Bowers, will be tremendous. We'll be right back in just a moment.
This RCA Color Track 2000 makes the most of space. See how advanced RCA design lets a 25-inch color track fit into the same space as a 19-inch set with a picture that's incredibly lifelike. Compared to a 19-inch set, the Color Track 2000 gives you 70% more picture to watch in the same space. We'll open your eyes.
To World Cup champion Phil Mayer and pro photographer Russ Kinney, challenge is the name of the game. That's when Canon's AE1 program shows the stuff the winning shots are made of. Because to catch the best, you need an instrument with all the features a pro wants.
Hey, Russ, can I try that? Sure.
With a program mode that even lets Phil shoot like a pro, shade or sun. The AE1 program, so advanced, it's simple.
Canon, the official 35mm camera of the 1984 Olympics.
When desire turns cold, only revenge can satisfy. Lace tonight.
Frank Gifford with the USFL update from New York. This is happening in Tempe, Arizona. Arizona with the football. George Allen gets his team into the end zone first against Oakland. Kevin Long, the former Jet, takes it in 14 yards out. Conversion is good. Arizona over Oakland. First quarter, 7-0. Now let's rejoin Keith Jackson.
With 4:23 to go in the first quarter, Fred Bohannon is on the sidelines. The medical staff working with his left leg. It is first down for the New Jersey Generals. The ball is on the Birmingham 12. No score in the football game. And Herschel Walker is the I-back. The deep man out of the I formation with Carthen in front of him. And Birmingham trying to blitz on it. They do successfully, and they get Walker behind the line of scrimmage. David Evans, who was injured earlier, hurt a hand back in the ball game, number 26, and he came firing through and got him.
What the defensive line was doing that time was just filling the gaps and hoping that the linebackers and what we're going to call the rover back, Evans, playing loose in that secondary, could come in, fill the gaps, and make the tackle. That time the blitz, I think, caught them off guard and was successful.
Ball is just inside the 15, where it is second down and 13 for a first down on the Birmingham end of the field. Collins in motion, sight back to throw it. He's looking for Bowers. He throws it short to Carthon. He's inside the 5 and down at the 3. He's about a yard short of a first down. Dennis Woodbury came in to make the tackle. He is a rookie from Southern Arkansas.
Well, Brian Sipe is on the field calling all the plays, and as we look at the score, Jacksonville Bulls, ahead of the Washington Federals by 2, has surmised very quickly that the Birmingham defense is going to give him some form of man-to-man coverage on each passing down. Man-to-man on the linebacker, with the linebacker on the halfback, or man-to-man on one of his receivers. So he will take that apart very quickly.
On third down at about a yard and a half, you've got a double tight alignment. Bowers and Speck both in the ball game. Walker and Carthon are the setbacks, and Walker has the football, gets the first down. They nail him just short of the goal line. So a good hole over the left side. Kent Hull and Dave Lapham opening the hole. Dave Lapham, of course, coming over from Cincinnati after 10 years with the Bengals.
Well, that big offensive line of the New Jersey Generals didn't have a lot of experience, but 64 Wayne Harris, 76 Brian Millard, and the center Kent Hull, number 58, have gained a great deal of experience, and they just block straight ahead. The big men, nothing fancy, letting Herschel Walker use his speed and his leg strength to drive behind them to pick up the first down.
First and goal for New Jersey on the Birmingham 1. Walker, no, Carthon. The Generals beg it. The officials won't give it to him. Now they do. Touchdown, New Jersey. At the bottom of the pile, Carthon had rooted his way across, and the New Jersey Generals score first.
The New Jersey Generals scored first in their last meeting before the Birmingham Stallions took over the rest of the ball game, showing their ability to drive the length of the field, eat up the clock. I think we're now going to have to see Cliff Stout open up the offense of the Birmingham Stallions.
Roger Ruzek out of Weber State is the place kicker for the New Jersey Generals. It is up, and it is good out of the hold of Gary Barbaro. So the New Jersey Generals, here in the first quarter of play, in their second possession, stick it in the end zone to lead 7-0.
Another breakthrough in computer price and performance from Radio Shack. The sale-priced TRS-80 Model 4. It's fast, easy to use, has a large display, and is compatible with thousands of programs. And now at $200 off, Model 4's built-in features, power, and versatility give you the most for your money. The sale-priced TRS-80 Model 4 from $799 to $1999. Only at Radio Shack and Radio Shack Computer Centers. The computer experts.
I'd like to do some investing, but I don't think I have enough money to get a good broker.
Dean Witter understands that any money you're investing is a lot of money to you, so you can be sure they'll care, no matter who you are or how much you have. That's how the Sears Financial Network does business. Visit any Sears Financial Network center or Dean Witter office. The Sears Financial Network. Trust us to make it work for you.
The boss man of the New Jersey Generals on hand. We'll visit with him at halftime, as well as the owner of the Birmingham Stallions, Marvin Warner. 9 plays, 52 yards for the touchdown for the Generals to go ahead 7-0. And the Birmingham Stallions now will send Lonnie Johnson, number 33. He's out of Indiana. And Earl Gant, number 23, out of Missouri, the deep people. Earl Gant was with the Stallions a year ago and played very well. Ruzek will kick it off into the wind. The wind is not a pronounced factor, but there is enough of it to knock a kick down. Very, very short, fumbled, and the ball is loose, and New Jersey covers it. Dallas Hickman looked like the man that covered the football, and now they say Birmingham has it. Hickman, number 57, came in from the backside and stole the football. The New Jersey man had it.
He certainly did have to steal that football. I could only see one red jersey, and maybe it was Hickman, surrounded by white jerseys as the ball just started rolling towards the sideline. One of those fluke kicks, which could have been a great turnover for the New Jersey Generals, but the Birmingham Stallions save it.
I don't know how in the world Hickman got it. But now Birmingham will go to work from the 45 after a moment of good fortune. And Stout puts it in the air. Joey Jones, sideline pattern at the 49 of New Jersey. Joey Jones was the MVP in the East-West Shrine game. He's not the biggest guy in town at 5'8", 165. But like the people at Alabama used to say, Joey doesn't know that he may not be big enough to play this game. He just simply goes out and beats you.
Well, after his great performances in the bowl games, he was upgraded by NFL scouts to a second-round draft choice, but said he'd rather play in Alabama.
Pick up of 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5, Birmingham. New Jersey leading 7-0. First quarter, Stout gives it to Joe Cribbs. And Cribbs, who elicits the cries of War Eagle every time he appears. And he picked up about 3. Here's the moment of good fortune. The ball ricochets off Hickman now because Dallas looked up and he said, my gosh, I can't catch that thing. Now the ball is rolling around. It looks like it's all New Jersey, and somehow Hickman got underneath the crowd and stole the ball.
Hickman, in case you missed him, was that helmet you saw for about 1/10 of a second in that pileup.
It is third down and 2 as the first quarter comes to a close. And we're having a little trouble with the time because the clocks are not working here at Legion Field. So after one period of play in the opening game for the New Jersey Generals and the Birmingham Stallions, the Generals lead by a score of 7-0. The wind is blowing from right to left. That's Herschel Walker, and he has not been in on every play because he's had trouble with a shoulder that was hurt a year ago. And a year ago with the New Jersey Generals, the quarterbacks played half the time flat of their back, and Herschel half the time running for his life or doing it one-on-one. But I think it's already noticeable how much the offensive front has improved for New Jersey as they lead in the football game by a score of 7-0. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment.
In Milwaukee, a new era has begun. The new Harley-Davidson Company is living up to its name.
Have given Harley a new image and made their motorcycles more interesting to those who now ride the machines.
Harley achieved this modernization, sacrificing none of the unique character. As oil-tight as a thermos. More power at every engine.
A Harley does something that no other motorcycle does. If you want to find out for yourself, go ride one.
The new Harleys. Ride one.
Out front in 5 minutes.
8 o'clock? I asked for a 7 o'clock wake-up call. What's wrong with this place?
Good morning, Nick St. Nick on the Big 96. 5 minutes past the hour, and if you had to be at work at 8 o'clock, you're late.
Ow, a simple thing like a wake-up call. Thanks, I'm already up. Next time, Ramada, where they know how to take care of business.
Thanks to Bic, I have the shave of John McEnroe, but I still have the serve of Elliot Kaminsky.
John McEnroe and I have 2 things in common. Make that one thing. We both shave with Bic.
And so should you, because Bic is beautiful, smooth, close, comfortable, and only 20 cents.
Let's play. I'll be John McEnroe. You're not even old enough to shave.
Bic can improve your game, but it can improve your face.
The next time you make a long-distance business call, think about this. Long distance is important to every business, and only one long-distance company can connect you with anyone, anywhere in the world. AT&T. We can custom design a network for you and help increase productivity and manage costs. That's enough to satisfy any business, even accounting. AT&T. We're what you call long distance.
I think the first quarter stats define what's happened so far. It's been all New Jersey.
All New Jersey. They have had the ball on 2 possessions, and nothing spectacular except for the fact that rushing yards and passing yards are equal, and Brian Sipe and Walt Michaels will love to keep it that way for the rest of the ball game.
Now for Birmingham. First play of the second quarter, third down and 2. The ball is just outside the 46 of New Jersey. And Cliff Stout gives the ball to Joe Cribbs, and Cribbs dives for the marker. And he's he's close. He's just over the 45. He might find himself a foot short. Bob Leopold, who came over from the San Francisco 49ers to New Jersey, outside linebacker, made the tackle.
Well, the first down marker is placed just in front of the 44-yard line, and he looks like he just might be a few inches short. We'll find out. Nope. He's a ball length ahead.
It took away an interesting moment as to whether or not Raleigh Dodge might have decided to go on 4th and short, but he doesn't have to. Here, the 44 of New Jersey. It is a first down. Back on first down to throw. Swings it to the sidelines for Cribbs. The pass is thrown behind him and incomplete. Mike Barry is with us on the sidelines. Here's Mike with Herschel Walker.
Keith, thank you very much. Herschel, you did not start the ball game. You've seen some action. How do you feel? How are those bruised shoulders?
Well, they're working out real well right now. I've taken some shots on them, and they're sore. And I can't tell until about the third and fourth quarter. I think that's when then I'll be able to tell better.
Do you think the coaches and the team doctor are being overly cautious with you?
Well, I think they're just being careful with me because they know that there's 18 games in the season. They know there's 17 after this year, and they want me to be healthy to be able to finish those one out.
Thank you, Herschel. Back to you, Keith.
On second down and 10, set up a screen for Joe Cribbs, works his way through the traffic, fumbles the football, picked up on the bounce by Gregory Johnson, number 27. And there's your first turnover of the